Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make a cash cow channel. So with that being said, before we get started, feel free to sign up for my free webinar training down below where I go over my top 10 ways to go viral on YouTube. It's absolutely free and it also includes my $5,000 course guarantee. You do not want to miss it. So with that being said, let's get started with this video. So cash cow channel, right? The idea with a cash cow channel, how to make a cash cow channel, is you have to understand what outsourcing is. So outsourcing basically means hiring other contractors to do the work for you. And in the next slide, I'm going to be showing you basically all the roles that are involved when it comes to running a cash cow channel. But in my opinion, the purpose of outsourcing is to free up your time so you can focus on other things, whether that be leisurely things or other business related things. So when it comes to outsourcing, right here, outsourcing a cash cow channel. These are all the roles that you can outsource. You can outsource the research, you can outsource the script writing, you can outsource the voiceovers, you can outsource the video editing, outsource the thumbnail design, outsource the description writing, and outsource the uploading. So as you can see, there's about 7. There's about 7 roles that you would need in order to run a cash cow channel. Now, by all means, you can actually do all of this yourself. However, if you do it yourself, that is not scalable, meaning that you're going to have a limit of how many videos you can actually do. And I've actually created cash cow videos myself way before, like 2 years ago, more than 2 years ago, and it takes a long time. So that is why you do need a team, and I recommend you do get a team because you want to free up your time. There's still a way to make profit from cash cow channels, even if you hire people. But at the same time, I value time more than money. So that is why I choose to outsource all these roles rather than doing it all myself. So how to make a cash cow channel? Step 1, you want to choose a niche. And if you're on this YouTube channel, I have a ton of niches that, I have a ton of videos that cover different cash cow channel niches that you can choose from. So feel free to watch any of those. But step 1 is choosing a niche. I'm not going to go into too detail on how to choose a niche, but almost every niche I can imagine can probably become a cash cow channel. So step 2 is to research 10 topics. Now when it comes to researching topics, don't make it too complicated. So I use vidIQ. So let me log onto my vidIQ account right now. And unfortunately, you're going to need a paid version of vidIQ in order to achieve this function, but the free alternative is just using Google keyword tool. So in here, if you type in a keyword, so how to grow on YouTube, it'll give you a bunch of related keywords related to that topic. So that's how one way I perform my research. But at the same time, you can simply use the YouTube search bar. So every time you type into YouTube, you see how it auto-populates how to grow. Come on, auto-populate. Where is it? I think my computer's just slow, sorry. There you go. So you see how YouTube search bar automatically fills all these recommended search predictions. These are all searches that people are typing into YouTube. So you want to make YouTube videos on this related to your niche. So research 10 topics. Just to reiterate, step 1, choose a niche. Step 2, research 10 topics with vidIQ, Google keyword tool, YouTube search bar, or simply go on Google News. So what I mean by Google News is that you can just simply type LeBron James, let's say, and see what news is happening around him. Just organize it by news. So do this, perform the search, and then just organize it by news. So step 3 is to find a team on Upwork or Fiverr to create the videos for you. So my team can also create videos for you if needed. Just get in contact with me. But we charge a premium price because I do take the time to vet everyone who's on our team. But step 3 would be to find a team on Upwork or Fiverr to create the videos for you. I personally use more so of Upwork and my own team. Fiverr, on the other hand, I've heard a lot of negative things about people, or the teams that are on Fiverr aren't really able to create full-length worthy videos. So just be careful of who you hire on Fiverr. I would just recommend hiring one video at a time. Step 4 is come up with really good titles and thumbnails. And I have other videos related to how to create good titles and thumbnails. And later in this video, I'll be showing you what metrics you want to aim for when it comes to basically metrics you want to aim for in order to verify that your titles and thumbnails are actually good. Step 5 is that you want to upload the videos. Pretty obvious. Okay, and I recommend uploading once every 3 days starting. So that gives you, if you research 10 video topics, create 10 videos, and you're uploading every 3 days, that lasts you about a month. Okay, so you have about a month worth of content before you have to come up with the next batch. Step 6 is to analyze what's worked and what hasn't worked and double down. So it's very simple. Just see what videos have gotten more views than others, see what videos are in the algorithm, and basically whatever videos have worked, you want to create more videos of that. And basically at step number 7, you want to repeat steps 2 to 6. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you the inside analytics of one of the channels that I am personally starting to run. And it's following all these niches, and I'm going to explain in detail what I'm doing. And again, it follows these exact steps. And I'm sure this is going to be extremely helpful for you. So this is my channel called That One Show. New channel, and as you can see, all right, so these are all the videos I've posted, and I'm posting sporadically, sometimes daily, sometimes every other day. But you can see that there's some certain videos that tend to really pop off compared to others. I mean, look at all these videos I posted that barely even broke 100 views. But this video in particular was a semi-late bloomer, okay? It got 40K views. It's about Yellowstone. So when you click on the analytics, you can see that this video took almost 3 weeks before it finally took off. All right, and that's what I mean by late bloomers, in which just because you post a video now, it doesn't mean that it won't go viral in the future. Because look, I posted on September 28th. It was nothing. The video got absolutely nothing, 20 views. A week later, it was only at 60 views. But 3 weeks later, okay, it started picking up. So that's the indicator in which, okay, so upload, analyze what's worked and what hasn't worked. Because this video worked, it's very easy to capitalize on a video like this. So as you can see, this video, main keyword is Yellowstone, 40K views. It took some time for me to produce more Yellowstone videos. So here we have nothing really working. We have a She-Hulk video. I've made more videos of that. But I know that Yellowstone 3 weeks later. So I'll say, because I posted this at the end of September, it was around October 20th, in which I knew, okay, I should probably post more Yellowstone videos. So let's see what happened. Okay, so October 20th, the video started taking off. It took me about a week to create new videos, but boom, I posted another Yellowstone video, 9K views. I posted another Yellowstone video, 2K views. Okay, so here I am still testing out other video ideas because I already had these ones into production. All right, and this kind of verified, like, okay, I really should make more Yellowstone videos. Now look at me now. Yellowstone videos, 3,000 views, 20,000 views, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And then my newest video, only 4 views. YouTube is such a good machine that it is really good at recognizing what your channel is known for. And so if you capitalize on what's working and keep repeating that video, it will most likely work again. So this is a clear example of doubling down. And you basically just make more topics regarding the niche that's already working for you. But at the same time, you can see that I'm still testing other topics. And who's to say, maybe this Cobra Kai video, maybe 3 weeks later, it'll finally get picked up. You know, that's exactly what happened in my previous Yellowstone video. More so than often, videos take a couple of weeks in order to appear in the algorithm. It's not usually instantaneous. Sometimes it's instantaneous when my channels are more established, but for brand new channels, it takes a while, you know, because YouTube has a hard time, especially with you having a very small or little to no presence. It takes a while for them to recognize one of your videos and say like, hey, this is actually a worthy video. Maybe we should show it to other people. So just to reiterate, choose a niche. In my case, I just chose TV shows, research 10 topics. The first 10 topics I chose were all complete failures, I would say. So after that, if you post 10 topics, nothing works, just create another 10 topics. Don't repeat topics that aren't necessarily working for you. And because I have my own in-house team, I don't really worry about hiring on Fiverr or Upwork. I do make sure, especially in the initial stages of starting a cash cow channel, that my thumbnails and titles are extremely good. I think I have some of the best titles and thumbnails. My click-through rates are really solid. So I'm not sure about this one because I didn't create this thumbnail, but let's actually check it out. 6%. Okay, so it's average. It's not the worst. It's definitely average. And at some point, it did hit almost 15%, 18% click-through rate. So come up with really good titles and thumbnails and really try to think. It's like selling a product online. If you were to release a product, aka a YouTube video, you want to have the best YouTube video title and thumbnail out there, right? Now, regarding the upload frequency, I recommend to you uploading once every 3 days. Me, on the other hand, the reason why I didn't upload every 3 days on this channel is because I just had a lot of leftover videos. I just wanted to use them up. So that's why you can see that sometimes I'm posting daily. But especially when a certain topic gets picked up, you do want to start posting daily and capitalize on that topic ASAP. Analyze what's worked and what hasn't worked. So as you can see, I haven't even watched Yellowstone, right? I haven't even watched Yellowstone. All I know is that they're out with a season 4. And so I just capitalized on what was working. So repeat steps 2 to 6. So now you may be wondering, how long should your videos be? And I think your videos should be as long as they need to be. Okay, don't add flub just to make your videos longer. However, in theory, videos that are longer tend to perform better, right? That is in theory, because a video that is 30 minutes long versus a video that's 10 minutes long, if the average view duration, let's say, is 30%, 30% of 30 minutes is always going to be greater than 30% of 10 minutes, right? So this is what I was talking about before earlier in the video in regards to what metrics you should aim for. So have 50% of your impressions, or let's say over 50% of your impressions, come from YouTube recommending your content. And what I mean by this is click your analytics when you start posting, and then click on reach. And what you want is that you want this here, this top tier, to be over 50% from YouTube recommending your content. Because once you get YouTube to be able to be recommending your content, that means your SEO is on point. That means you're using correct keywords, you're using good descriptions, you're using good titles, good tags. This means that you are solid. You don't really have to make any drastic changes. The next tier is have over a 7% average click-through rate. So my average click-through rate is 8%, which is solid, okay? Past 28 days, 8% click-through rate. I think that's extremely good, especially for having, this is out of I think about 20 videos. But having over 7% click-through rate, YouTube specifically states that an average click-through rate is 3 to 7%. So I choose 7% because I want you guys to be above average. So if you have over a 7% average click-through rate, this means that your titles and thumbnails are on point. So if your impressions are less than 50% from YouTube recommending your content, you need to focus on better keywords, focus on better topics, perhaps look at your research. You need to use more keywords, or maybe using the wrong keywords. Maybe you're not creating searchable content. If it's less than 50%, you still got some work to do. But again, time plays a factor. Maybe YouTube just needs to recommend your content to the correct audience. If your click-through rate is less than 7%, it's not the worst thing. I would say less than 3%, and then yes, you do have a really big problem in terms of titles and thumbnails. So if it's less than 3%, I would recommend that you focus on your titles and thumbnails more. Now, the last metric to aim for is that you want an over 30% average view duration. So here, my videos usually range anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. So that already, 4 minutes out of 8 minutes is 50%. 4 minutes out of 10 minutes is 40%. I'm achieving an average view duration of over 30%, hands down. So if you achieve an average view duration of over 30%, this means that the content of your videos are on point. And so what you're saying in your title matches what the content of your video is, and people are actually watching your video, which is good. If you achieve all 3 of these metrics, you are solid. It's basically a repetition, repeat what you're doing at this point. It's a numbers game, and it's also a time length game in which you need to post more videos while still achieving these metrics. But at the same time, time plays a factor. You need your videos to sit in the algorithm and allow YouTube to kind of see what that video fits well with. So again, if you meet all these metrics, it's simply a numbers game at this point. Post more videos. Now, the last point I want to go over ties into... I think it froze. Oh no. Okay, there you go. So the last point I want to go over is time plays a factor. Sometimes videos you post may not perform well initially. However, it isn't your fault maybe, right? Maybe you post a video and it gets like a 3% click-through rate. It's not your fault. If you truly believe that the thumbnail and title are really good, but you post it and it only gets a 3% click-through rate, Maybe it's because YouTube just needs time to recommend your video to the correct audience. And this has happened to me so many times in which weeks, months later, my video finally gets shown to the correct audience and its click-through rate almost quadruples. And because of that, the video goes viral. So I've had videos go viral as far as 466 days later. Don't always think that, oh no, my click-through rate's very low, I gotta change it out. Give it some time, let it sit in the algorithm, let it sit for like a couple of weeks. And if it still doesn't work, just leave it, focus on future videos. But at the same time, YouTube, there's so many videos being posted onto YouTube. It can't keep up with everything. So give it some time to actually recommend your video to the correct audience. So with that being said, I just want to reiterate the entire step-by-step process on how to make a cash cow channel. It's really not that hard. I think one of the takeaways that you can get from this video is screenshotting this right here. Having over 50% of your impressions come from YouTube recommending your content, having over 7% average click-through rate, and having over a 30% average view duration. Once you could achieve those metrics on average across all the videos that you post, it's simply a numbers game. Just as I said, and again, time plays a factor. I think on one of my channels, I was looking at the analytics. For a fact, I was looking at one of my channels, I was looking at the analytics, and about 70% of the income was coming from videos that I posted in 2020, last year, right? So how cool is that? Now I'm going on my second year with that channel. I'm going to have videos combined with 2020, videos combined with 2021, and I'm going to be posting new videos in 2022. It just all really builds up. And that's what I really like about this model of YouTube, in that all these videos I consider as like digital real estate. And whether a video brings like 5 cents a day or $5 a day, if I have like 10,000 videos posted online, all bringing in 5 cents or $5 a day, that's a good hefty amount of money. So I hope you can get started on this cash cow model of YouTube. There's more than enough room for everyone. I think the riches are in the niches. So the more niche you are and you can dominate that niche, the better your channel will perform. So with that being said, that's all I have for this video, everyone. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, comment down below. I'd be more than happy to help you out. And in addition, feel free to sign up for my free Facebook group where I am very active, and I'd be more than happy to answer your questions there as well. Aside from that, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you in the next one.